Okay, so this lighting. All right, everyone. Insert here, and today I just want to discuss, how you create wealth with cryptocurrency, and wealth with cryptocurrency and how I am doing it. My journey, my strategy of creating with cryptocurrency. So for those who may come across this video, come across whether you come across me on TikTok or on YouTube. Cryptocurrency is basically a digital currency. Some persons might have heard about Bitcoin, which is the number one cryptocurrency out there. It was the first created back in 2000 and blessings, 2008. In 2009, the Genesis block started to mine, right? So cryptocurrency is now not, it's about 16 years old since cryptocurrency has been around. And yet, there's only still less than 10% of the world's population that is involved in cryptocurrency that is actually doing anything in cryptocurrency. And what my goal is with these platforms that I'm using, especially for persons who are in the Caribbean and in Jamaica, is to educate people about cryptocurrency, how they can utilize it to generate wealth. This is more than just making some money, because one of the things that I've recognized is that most people, when they hear about cryptocurrency or making money online, the first thing them is, how quick me can make some money and cut. How can I get rich tomorrow or without putting in the work? So that's how most people see cryptocurrency. They just see it as something they can just come in, get some money and out. Right? Cryptocurrency is more than that. It's more than just make some money and go. It's about creating wealth. One of the things that I've also found is that there are many people who, when they get involved in cryptocurrency and they might have had bad experience, them say, "Oh, this thing don't work. Me don't have nothing more to do with it," and that is also a bad, way of going about going it. All right. All right. Thank you, Sir Campbell David. All right, for following. Right. So that is the wrong attitude. What I want to generate here is over the next years, right? Because this is wealth. I tell people getting up early is that you can be rich overnight, but you can't create wealth overnight, right? You can get rich overnight, but you can't become wealthy overnight. And that is something that I have learned, is that you can't become rich overnight. So even me coming here today, it's not going to be a one-off presentation. I can't just come on TikTok or YouTube and say I want to bring awareness to something, and then you never see me again and think that is going to bring awareness. I have to decide that in myself that I'm going to take time out of my day and days to educate people about the things that I've learned and I've understood to be true. What I've understood to be true is that cryptocurrency is something that is going to be in the future. Now, thank you, Sweet Pea, for liking up live. What I've understood to be true is that this is the future. This is what is going to make a difference financially. Now, so how do we get involved? This is some of the person's questions. How do I get involved in this? It's even more than how we get involved. What is the strategy that we're going to use, right? And things like that. So, one, I have been in the space in network marketing for over a decade now. I have been doing cryptocurrency for almost 10 years now. And through that period, I have learned so much that I think that I have a wealth of knowledge that I want to share and I want to give back to people in this space. So I've created what I call the Project 1000 movement. The aim of the Project 1000 movement is to help 1,000 families earn a minimum of 1,000 US dollars per month. That 1,000 US dollars per month is just a stepping stone in creating wealth. Now, I have put together is what I call the wealth formula. All right. So my cryptocurrency wealth formula. So first, the top of your wealth formula is your cryptocurrency portfolio, right? And I will teach you how to create that portfolio. The thing is, cryptocurrency has a 4-year cycle, right? So every 4 years, we go through what we call the bull run, where the price of tokens they skyrocket, right? So we are currently in a bull run, which was started in 2024. So every 4 years, there's a Bitcoin halving, and after the halving, 6 to 18 months after, Bitcoin goes to a new all-time high, right? And this has been tested and proven over the past few years, right? Over the past, this year is what, 16 years since Bitcoin, right? 17 years because it started in 2018, start mining in 2009, right? January 2009. So we are about 17 years, 16, 17 years since Bitcoin has been around, and the halving has taken place at that period. Now, what I have recognized is that there are many people who are going to be coming into crypto this year. We're in June, and before the end of 2025, there are going to be millions of people are going to be coming into cryptocurrency for the very first time. And those persons who are going to come in the very first time, they need to have a plan. And most people don't have a plan. They just hear that Bitcoin is going to go to 200,000, buy it now, and me are going to be rich, which is not so, right? It is not so. It is a process, right? I have been fortunate or unfortunate to be in a space where I've seen Bitcoin through two halvings before, right? So through those two halving cycles, what I have recognized is that one, the first cycle I saw Bitcoin moving from 500 US dollars all the way up to 19,700 US dollars. So I've been able to see that cycle. And when I watched it tapered out, right? So I've seen that. But I did not put things in place to ensure that I was benefiting from it, right? So I didn't buy any Bitcoin because I didn't know what it was. And there are so many persons who don't know what is Bitcoin and maybe just buy some. What I'm saying, you have to have a plan. If you buy Bitcoin now, right, to be honest, the majority of what you're going to be earning from Bitcoin and most of the top 10 cryptocurrencies is going to be in the next 4 years, the next 4 year cycle. So at the top of what we are doing, we have in our wealth portfolio, right? So you must be willing to say that I'm buying crypto now for the next 4 years, 2028, 2029. And most people who we don't have that mindset of long term, of investing for the long term. So what we do, we want money now. But I have to be very conscious of educating people, because I think the reason why so many of us are struggling in poverty is lack of education, lack of financial education. And so my role is to really educate as many people as possible about that. So we have wealth portfolio at the top. Now, as we said, we recognize and we know that there are many persons who don't have the capacity to have put down thousands of dollars for the next 4 years to see it grow, right? So what do you do? Below that, we have what we call our daily income sources. Our daily income sources are going to be trading, right? Where we can be earning trading. And I know a lot of people when them hear about trading, they might say, "Why I don't want to get in trading because I can't trade. I don't have to be watching the screen every minute." No, you don't. You don't have to be watching the screen every minute. You don't have to be an expert trader. But what you need to do is to understand that you have to have a plan. And what I will be offering is that we have 3 different trading bots that we'll be utilizing to generate income via this way. Wagwa Andre, welcome, welcome. Right? 3 trading bots that we are utilizing. Right? Because there are many people who are afraid of trading. They are afraid of the time that it will take and the knowledge. So I understand in building wealth, you need something to be generating income for you on a daily basis and so forth. So we are going to work on that. And how we're working on that is that the amount that you're earning from the trading is what is going to be now, a part of that is going to be put into your wealth portfolio, right? Anybody that is going to tell you to buy crypto now, right, in 2025, is because they are telling you to join is for 2028, 2029. Because most of the gains that are being is going to be given. Yes, there's going to be some people who are going to find some 1 in a million coin where are going to get 100x or some bad 10x. But the reality of the matter is that most of the gains in the cryptocurrency space is already gone. We have to become mindful that we are prepared for the next bull cycle. And that is one of the weakness with people is that we don't have that mindset. We don't have that mindset that we want it now. We want everything now. And that's one of the things I want to change. That's what I'm working on and changing in terms of my own mindset and the people who I'm leading in mindset, right? So we have the trading bots. The trading bots is what is going to be generating income for you. Then below that, we have what we call our feeders, right? So the feeders is what is going to know. Your feeding programs is programs that you can start for free or very low capital. I live in Jamaica, and so my way of teaching and telling person how to create wealth is going to be different from somebody who living in the US, right? For somebody who in the US, $100 is nothing, right? For we, it is 15,000, 16,000 Jamaican dollars. It's a total different mindset, right? And so, therefore, I have to be tailoring what I am putting out there to Jamaicans, right? And that is what I am putting out there. A new way of our mindset. So how we create wealth in a crypto, as we say, is just coming every day. This me coming here today is just me saying, guess what? I'm going to come every day. Not maybe on a live every day, but every day I'm going to get up. I am going to be working on building my community, educating my community about what I am doing, right? Every single day. Every single day, I'm going to learn something because knowledge is key, right? And I will remind everyone that it will be a part of anything that I am doing. That guess what? You can put it this way: you can get rich overnight, but you can't create wealth overnight. And let me say it again: you can be rich overnight, but you can't create wealth overnight. Wealth is created by having assets, right? Now, accumulated assets that are going to increase in value. Now, cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, those are assets that are going to be, they have limited supply. And because of their limited supply and their value, for example, Bitcoin is store of value, right? And the limited supply, its price is going to go up. It's an asset. It's something that you can, in years to come, can borrow from your Bitcoin. Because there's going to be a point where people now are going to sell them Bitcoin. They are going to hold on to their Bitcoin just because it is that store of value. right? That is what is going to happen in the future. Now, my goal here is to say to us, how can we now start having this store of value, having a part of it? How much Bitcoin that you're going to have? Maybe not a lot. I heard, I think it's JD Vance, one of those JD Vance, it's not JD Vance, it's Trump at the Bitcoin conference said that 0.1 Bitcoin is going to be very valuable in the future. Currently, 0.01 Bitcoin is 10,000 US dollars. 10,700 US dollars for 0.1 Bitcoin, right? And that is why it's so valuable, right? And so it's very important that we recognize that the value it is going to increase dramatically. So I just want to encourage us that, guess what? We need to be mindful of that. Andre Wagwan, I just wanted to come on versus spend one look minute and talk a bit. You want to join me, Andre? Talk a look a bit, or you have to go?
We can't help. How long are you alive for?
No, with the pan live was about 20 minutes. Me tell myself, well, one of the things that I told somebody I was going live at 12, and I didn't recognize in terms of getting ready, preparing myself, all of that, to be ready for the live at 12. So I tell myself, say, we need to be, when we say we are going to do something, we get it done. You know? So.
And stick to the plan because the market now has good potential.
Right.
Well, let's try to hold some kind till next cycle.
Yeah, that's what the goal has to be. The goal has to be that we are preparing for 2028, 2029. Right? We have to be preparing for that that period. And so a day like today, getting out and coming out and doing some work today is not just for today, Andre, right? It's you looking at 2020, 25, 2026, because there are some gains that is going to happen, but you're going to need capital. You're going to need capital to do the things that you want to do, to build a portfolio. Because most of us in Jamaica don't have one 10,000 US dollars where you can put down for the next 4 years, 3 years. So how y'all get that, right, is by having something that is going to generate money for you on a daily basis. Chuck, TikTok, welcome. Right? It is something that is going to generate for you on that basis, on a daily basis. And that's where trading in cryptocurrency comes in. Now, one of the things that, Andrea, I asked a female today, for me, Andrea, what do you think why 20 years ago you didn't have so many women driving as they are driving now?
Because they never have confidence that they can do it or people doing it before. Right. Me think because they always have the ability to do it because no one did it before them, or not a lot of people do it before them. It's free.
All right, so I'm going to add in a few things. So those are two reasons. So there's a lack of confidence and not enough persons actually doing it. The person said that they never believe that, they maybe never have the money at that time to be buying cars and so forth. So you have that factor too. But what I am saying, what I believe was the whole thing about many women were afraid because it was stick shift, because for drivers or something that was intimidating, even for men, right? But for more women, and you didn't have enough like training schools, especially here in Jamaica, right? Where people are trained you to really use, to drive stick. So with that now, I believe that you never have whole heap of women that drive. But when more and more automatic vehicles came around, you find more and more women driving because it is easier. I'm saying automations have made a lot of our lives easier, even to the extent where even trucks are automatic. And therefore, what I'm looking at is for trading, right? Now more than ever, even persons who want to trade, they can trade with bots, right? AI is there to help us and to create profits. Remember, the robots them not have to sleep, the bots them not have to sleep, but we have to sleep, right? And therefore, me see it as a big deal. A big difference are gonna be made as we go forward in the future with bots, right? And so it's still statistics shows that 90 to 95% of the people who are trading are losing money. And when you have bots that can not have to sleep, not have, and you can be generating income from that, it's going to be a game changer. And that is where me I push to educate people. But one other thing now what I recognize with the trading is having the right capital, Andre. Most people who come them have $100 and they want to make $100 a day. If you have $100 and you want to make $100 a day, is that mean that you have to be hitting 100% per day? So if you have $100 and you want to make $100 a day, every day you have to make 100%. But a person who has $1,000 as capital trading with, if they make 10%, they are making $100 a day. If a person who has $10,000 as capital, right, they only need to be making 1% per day to be making $100 a day in trading. So the capital is going to be king in trading, right? There's other stuff like your mindset, greed, the knowledge, all that plays a big part in what is needed to be done. But your capital, right? So that's where the third thing in what we are doing is going to come in, which is the feeder programs, right? So we have programs now where a person can start with for free or a low startup capital. Now, the money that you're earning in the feeder programs, you're going to use that now to fund your trading account, to get it to a place where have enough trading capital that can be generating $1,000 per day, $100 per day, right? When you get from there, so now the next step, because it's all a step, is now to take 50% out of your trade when you're getting out of your trading and putting it in your wealth portfolio. You getting that, Andre? How you feel a local connection there between the different things? Okay, yeah, man. So it's all about that. It's all about creating that, right? And a lot of it's going to come down to a lot of discipline. It's going to come down to a lot of um, education, educating yourself about the space. There are too many people who I believe is taking the space, the cryptocurrency space, as a get rich quick space, and therefore, when they come with that mindset, they oh, this is one thing that I said today to someone. The results, the harvest that you are getting today, the harvest that you are having today is from seeds that you have planted yesterday. The harvest that you're reaping today is from seeds you have planted yesterday. So if your harvest that you're getting is what you want, right? Kudos to you. So if you have enough money and things is going well, it's because you have planted some good seed yesterday. But the thing about farming, you always have to be planting seeds, and you're always planting seeds. So the seeds that you're sowing today is going to tell you what your harvest is going to be tomorrow. And therefore, there are people who, when they come to the cryptocurrency space or they come to any online, they want it quick. They want to make some money. No, because me in this debt we need to pay off. That's where they created 2-3 years ago. But you want to come and in 3 months you want for this thing to do it. And I recognize that the harvest of indebtedness that you're going through is some seeds where you plant 2-3 years ago. So I'm saying if you're going to create wealth, you have to start to plant some new seeds. You have to start to plant some new seeds today to get that harvest. So the mindset of people who come into the space has to change. And that's what I'm creating. That's why I'm saying the wealth portfolio, how to build cryptocurrency, wealth in cryptocurrency, is you have to be thinking 2028, 2029. That's the mindset you have to have. Right? Anything else beyond that, and without a strategy, is just you wanting to get rich quick. And then you say you don't want to get rich quick scheme. And you'll put yourself in a lot of misery. Because if you ever try to do the trading alone, you will end up not getting the type of results you want. So that the mindset you have to change. Yeah, Andre. I've been on it, half an hour. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna come back later. Right? And every day just getting better. Better at sharing this information. Better at communicating what this goal is. I want persons to start see it's now on paper. What you need to do. What are the first things that you need to do? What are the cryptocurrency? Show people, all right, this has been the 4 years plan. How cryptocurrency have behaved over the past 4 years. Why I'm saying that Bitcoin is rallying now. It's going to rally maybe to a new all-time high, right? But it's going to go back down within the summer here between July, August, September. Right? In September, the end of September, it will start to go up. And it will go up in October, November, December. Right? It might, because we don't know, but it has a great potential. People have withdraw their money because spend in December. So the market goes down December, January. By February, it takes another peak. Hit that for the next 2 years, going down. How are you going to manage those things? And that's what we're be teaching people here in the Project 1000 movement, and how you will generate those type of income. All right. So
yeah, man, a good information, man. But yeah, may I add out too. Just have to consistently share the proper information, because we need to set a portfolio for that time that is coming up.
yeah,
So
man.
we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. So later. All right, so guys, I hate that. We'll be back later.